Okay, so I'm sorry. I just tried making a video and forget how to hide this. Um I go here somewhere. Okay, I don't know. I just tried making a video, but the app I'm using just like crashed, so um yeah, I'm basically just reading a bunch of entitled parent stories for the first time instead of just making gaming videos. So yeah, basically, you just missed the story about a welder splashed entitled parent, and yeah. So I'm just gonna go read another one. There we go. I'm gonna try and read this one now. Basically, it crashed through like mid reading, so yeah. And what I said on the last thing is if you want anything to be better, or if something's bad and you need it to like go away completely, tell me. If you want me to read other things than just entitled parents, tell me what other subs, and yep. I'm just gonna start reading now. Also, sorry if I make mistakes. I don't know how to edit with my app, so if any of you use it, it's like Screen Recorder Audio 2019, and if you use it, please tell me in the comments. And I know this isn't my main account, and this one will just be commentary, so yeah. Hey y'all, so this happened a few days ago, and I'm just feeling decent enough to type it out for y'all. Not an entitled mom-induced issue, just me being sticky. I fly a lot, and I've been surprised that the last couple of times I haven't encountered any entitled people or buttholes. In fact, they all went pretty smoothly. I thought, holy frick, the curse is lifted. But we wouldn't be here if that stayed the case now, would we? A few weeks ago I hurt my ankle doing some filming and have been ordered to wear a boot and take it easy while my leg heals. It's been trying because I thought I'd be a lot better by now. But the healing process on the injury is a slow one. I arrived at the airport and opted for a wheelchair, given how much my foot was already hurting. I'm hobbling around in this giant boot, obviously injured, and now with a wheelchair. Probably best to leave me alone. Checking in and security goes fine. Everyone oohs and ahs at my cat. While I take him out and hold him so security can do their thing. I don't blame them. My fur son is a stunner and a cuddle bug. As they're swiping me for bomb residue, I see a little kid between 4 and 7, I guess. I'm bad with guessing ages of children. Nudge his mom and points at me. I think nothing of it. And put my fur baby back in his carrier and hobble my butt back over in my wheelchair. Grab my bag and shoe, and I pop the carrier on my lap, and we're good to head to the gate. I make some conversation with the guy helping me out a while. I notice the kid and his mom also seem to have this gate. The guy helping me out finally parks by the gate, and after petting my cat a bit, he heads off. Now it's very crowded, and I don't think there's an open seat near our gate at all. If you haven't traveled with a wheelchair assist before, usually one of two things will happen. Either they leave you in the wheelchair by the gate, and you can walk into the plane with the rest of the passengers when it's time, or in some cases they directly wheel you to the plane door. This time I was left by the gate. I put the carrier on the ground next to me and make sure I have all my stuff from security. Eventually I'm just bleeping around on my phone, waiting for the flight, when I feel a tap on my shoulder. I pull off my headphones. It's the entitled mom, protector of entitlement, 7,000ths of her name, mother of Karens, and harbinger of doom. Her little crotch goblin next to her. He seems to be very interested in my cat, so I watch him slightly to make sure he doesn't hurt him. I don't mind him looking and playing peekaboo though. Titled mom, excuse me, my name is Karen, not real name. Me, oh hi Karen, how's it going? Entitled mom looks shocked at first. First of all, I'd appreciate it if you called me ma'am or Mrs. Karen. Learn some manners. Me, okay, did you need something, Karen? Entitled mom sighs, I asked you once to just... Anyways, that's not important right now. I need you to get up. Surprised that she dropped the ma'am thing. Maybe she really does need my help with something. Me, is everything okay? Did I get rolled onto some of your stuff? Can I move the chair so you can look if you need? Title mom, no. I don't need you to move the chair. I just need you out of the chair. Me, may I ask why? Entitled mom, getting I think I can say this on YouTube. Pissed off, well. Aside from the fact that an adult is asking you for something and that you should do it, you must know. My son is tired and needs a place to sit. Excuse me, the poop-a-loop out of me? I'm not a child, I'm 25, I don't have to call her ma'am, and I certainly don't have to do what she says just because she's an adult. Obviously, I don't say that to her, I'm still respectful. Me, nervous laughter, big mistake there. Oh, I'm sorry, but I think I was just gonna stay in the chair. Titled mom, you're laughing at my child's pain? What kind of trash are you? Me, no sorry, you just caught me off guard. I thought you needed my help with something. Entitled mom, I need you to get up so my baby can sit. Me, as I said, I'll be sitting in my chair. Maybe there's some seats between the gate where you and your son could sit and wait. Entitled mom, but he's tired. It's too far to find empty seats. There's only some at the food court. Me, and I'm injured. It would also be too far for me to walk to the food court area, only to walk back 15 minutes later. Titled mom, we saw you standing in security. You can stand. Here she hints the wall next to me for emphasis. You have somewhere to lean, so give us the chair. Me, no, please leave me alone. I will stay right here till it's time for me to go inside. Titled mom, really? You won't help a poor child? You're heartless. Me, sure, if you say so. Puts headphones back in because this conversation is over. I am done. She huffs and grabs her kid and walks away. The end. Just poop-a-loop and kidding. Not 2 minutes later, as I'm minding my own business, engrossed in my phone and ignoring the outside world, I feel this tug on my boot, then enormous pain going through my foot. What the fox? This kid is trying to climb onto me. He used my boot as a little step stool, almost trying to hop on my lap. Obviously, the second I felt him on me, I pushed him off. Out of instinct, I'm not a pooping jungle gym. I pulled out my headphones, and the kid is on the ground, crying in full tantrum mode. Entitled mom comes running, screaming, how could I attack her child? The flight attendant also saw the commotion and comes over to see what's wrong. Before I can say anything, Entitled mom is sobbing to her. Entitled mom, she hurt my baby, she attacked him, I want her off this flight. Oh baby, are you okay? She's talking to her kid now. Kid, mommy, she didn't let me sit. You told me she would let me sit on her lap. Tell her to let me sit, mommy. Starts making incoherent sheep noises. Entitled Mom. See what you did? Just give us this seat. As of right now, I'm still in my chair. Kid is on the ground. Entitled Mom is practically trying to shove me out of the chair. I'm still in a fair amount of pain. And now extremely pissed off that this bad word is making a scene. Flight attendant. FA from now on. Ma'am? What exactly are you trying to do here? Entitled Mom. I just need this chair. Look, tell her she will be allowed on the plane again if she just gives me this chair. FA flight attendant. Ma'am, she has done nothing wrong. Please leave her alone. She is an injured traveler. The chair is for her. Entitled Mom. The chair is for people who need it, and right now my son needs it. She's been rude and attacked my son. If she won't give me her chair, I want her removed from the flight right now. Flight attendant. Ma'am, are you harassing other passengers? This is not allowed. Now I will give you one chance to calm down, apologize to this young lady, and hope that she doesn't wish to press charges. Entitled Mom. Charges for what? Being a bad word. How is she even allowed on a plane with that thing? That's illegal. It's probably feral and will attack everyone during the flight. Me, fed up and now pissed that she's talking to this poopaloop about my cat. I have asked you multiple times to leave me alone. My cat has a ticket. He is allowed to be on here and a traveler with me. And it seems like he's a lot better trained and well behaved than your little poopaloop stain of a kid. Thought I'm not surprised. Though I'm not surprised he's turning out this way when his mother is behaving like a poopalooping child. Get out of my face before I take the lady's advice and press charges. Effie, ma'am, she's allowed to have a cat. She has paid for a ticket for her animal and it is perfectly legal and within the airline rules. Your behavior, however, is not. This is my last warning to you. Please leave this passenger alone. Now, I'm gonna stop here about the thing. And I feel really bad for the wheelchair lady, because she just has to stand up for this. And the flight attendant does not get enough, pay for this type of stuff. And continuing. The entitled mom is red in the face. She pulls her kid up and starts walking away, and then stand about 5 feet from me, glaring at me. I'm now wary and keep an eye on them. She whispers something to him, and before I know it, he's running at me full speed and basically aiming for my cat carrier. I don't know what he planned to do, but my mama cat instincts kicked in, and I stuck my leg out just in time. The kid jumped and basically fell onto my boot, effectively blocking him from landing on my cat, while also gleaning a scream from me because poop hurts my leg. The flight attendant has had enough. She calls for security and then comes to check on me, as I am now crying along with the spawn of Satan. He ran to his mommy, and the entitled mom is now holding him, and she looked ready to tear into me. Entitled mom, why did you hurt my child like that, you witch? Entitled me, why would you send your kid to attack me or my cat? This is the second time he's gotten hurt doing stupid stuff you told him to do. Entitled mom, I would never, kid. But mom, you said to sit on the kiddie's box and squish him as hard as I can. Entitled mom to her kid, shut up, that's not what I said. Security arrives and FA, which is flight attendant, tells them that you need to remove a passenger. Entitled mom, for some pooping reason, thinks she's still in the flight and steps aside, telling the guys, she's right here. Take her away. She hurt my kid. Flight attendant and I share a gobsmacked look before she turned to entitled mom. Ma'am, you and your child will not be allowed to fly with us today. Security will escort you out and your bags will be retrieved when possible. Please gather your things and follow these gentlemen. Entitled mom looks like someone slapped her with a fish. What do you mean? She's the one who's been rude. You need to kick her off this flight. I'm fine. I haven't done anything wrong. My son and I will be getting on this plane, and as he has to be back for summer camp, and we can't afford to find a new flight, so we will be staying. Flight attendant, you will not be allowed on this flight, not today, not ever. Please leave calmly without these men, or they will drag you out. Sometimes she protests some more, but eventually takes her hellspawn and leaves with security, cussing me out for telling me Jesus has a special place in hell for people like me. And finally I get to fly in peace. I had to go to the doctors the next day, and my ankle definitely didn't take those hits well. I'll be in the boot longer than anticipated. The airline called me to get my statement and offered me vouchers as compensation for the troubles, and informed me that the passengers have been barred from traveling with their airline in the future. I think they're just happy I'm not pressing charges. My fur baby and I are home cuddled in bed, and I hope that bad word and had to spend so much extra money to get her kid home on time. Sorry this is long. Too long, didn't read. Is entitled Mom Wants My Wheelchair because her kid is tired. I said no. She goes Super Saiyan Karen on me. And this is a picture of her cat, so I'm gonna open that up. Sure. Sorry for that pop-up. So yeah, let's just open that up now. Because, like, I don't know how I'm supposed to do these videos, but I'll show you all of the pictures. And also, if you guys have suggestions for what I should say instead of the bad words, and how I can blur them out, because I'm going to need to do that to not get demonetized when I get more popular. So, yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, there. That was a bad thing at the top of the screen. So yeah, that's the cat. That's the floofy boy they were talking about. Now we don't want to scroll up because we know what's up there now, and I don't know how to blur that, so that's gonna be yep, demonetization. Yay. Hopefully I actually do get to see the 100 subscriber mark one day, and even get 1 subscriber would be like really happy for me, because like all my subscribers are like my family members and close friends. I think the only reason I ever got views is on my Mom Plays Fortnite video. So I would like you all please to do whatever is possible, like share this video to your friends. And I don't know what's happening right now to my screen. It's just like taking, and I don't even know it. Why am I on Chrome now? I don't want to be on Chrome. Hold on 1 second. This app causes a lot of lag, so yeah. Okay, there, we're back. So, sorry there was some swearing. I don't know how to block that yet. And yeah. And I know I already read some of these, but I didn't read them in the last one. It was just, you know, yeah. Like I read it alone. So yeah, let's read this one in the middle. Entitled mom cuts the entire line by pretending to not be able to speak English, gets thrown out when discovered. This story took place a while ago when I was about 12 on holiday at my grandma's house with my mom and my brother. My grandma lives on a very touristy island, and it was in the middle of summer, so most beaches were overcrowded. Because of this, my mom decided we could go to this pottery place nearby. However, when called, the places turned out to be very popular. So we had to make an appointment for a couple days later. A couple days later, we arrive at the pottery place, ready for our appointment, and get in the line with people ready to get their tables. When we get to the front of the line, we meet the poetry worker, my mom. Hi, we're the last name party. We made a reservation a couple days ago. Pottery worker. Oh, I'm sorry to tell you this, but a few minutes ago I had set up a table for you, and a Russian lady came in with her daughter and sat there. We don't know what to do because they don't speak English and won't move. My mom. That's okay, but is there any way we can still go today? Pottery worker. Unfortunately, we are all booked for today, but our tables are bigger to accommodate larger parties, so you can sit with them if you would like to. My mom, being easygoing as she is, agrees to this because she didn't want to cause a scene. As we came up to the table, my brother and I were a little annoyed, but didn't make a big deal of it. However, when we sat down, we heard entitled mom and entitled kid speaking in fluent English, no accent or anything. Entitled mom then notices us. Hello, are you also here for the poetry? My mom, yes we are. We all sit down and start painting our bowls we chose. My mom attempts to start conversation with them. My mom, so are you guys from Russia? Entitled mom, no. Me, do you speak Russian? Titled kid, we know how to say fire truck. We just repeat it over and over so we can get into places easier. My mom was kind of shocked. Kind of in shock and at this crazy woman and her crazy plan. She used to cut lines at places. However, at the same time, this happened to be the pottery worker that seen us talking and came over to investigate. When he came over, he heard them speaking to us in fluent English. Pottery worker, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave and come back when you have an appointment. Titled mom says stuff in Russian, which I'm pretty sure now was just fire truck over and over. Pottery worker, I heard you speaking English with these people. I'm not going to take your projects and kindly ask you to come back with an appointment so I don't have to call mall security. Entitled mom, this is insane. I'm a paying customer and we don't have enough time left on our holiday to make an appointment. I will not just leave. The pottery worker then picks up his phone to call security. And the woman grabs her daughter and then leave. The pottery worker apologized to my mom for the inconvenience, and she said she didn't mind at all. He thanked us for being so kind and said we could come back any day earlier to pick up our projects because he would put them in the oven first. Oh, this is the comments now. So yeah, that was a nice little, I guess it's a most like mild, tamer version of an entitled person. It's a nice short one, so I can actually read more when they're short. Also, can you guys like write down, would you want me to like write about like 3 long entitled parent stories, or like 1 long or 2 long and like 3 short or 2 short, and or just like 7 short ones. Or I could read like maybe 5 medium ones. Okay, that's a bad word. This bleeping bleep. She tried to pick up a fuss and crusade about this being the right to breastfeed in public. She goes on to social media talking about how the kid 2 chairs from her had a sippy cup, so why was this a big deal? Why did the lifeguards tell her she couldn't breastfeed? She was breastfeeding her baby in the pool, in the water, with hundreds of sweaty, salivating bodies and pool chemicals. Now, let's get back to the social media post. Let's also go back to middle school where we all learned how to use context clues. She was talking about the kid 2 chairs down from her having a sippy cup. That would mean the sippy cup kid was in a deck chair and not in the pool. Every public pool I've been in has had an explicit rule forbidding food and drink in the pool. Guess what? This goes for breastfeeding too. If you want to feed your baby, climb your butt out of the water and feed your baby. The pool staff has a hard enough time keeping people, adults and kids alike, from peeing in the pool. You think that everyone wants your breast milk in there too? Guess what else? Babies tend to spit up often after they eat. The hundreds of people should deal with the inevitable milky vomit because of your suspicious reasoning about your rights. Get bleeped, you selfish cow. Edited to add, I just wanted to make my stance perfectly clear. I don't give a rat's butt about breastfeeding in public. I support it wholeheartedly. What I do not support is this drama queen kicking up a fuss and flipping the script, making this about the right to breastfeed instead of what's really good about, which is the pool staff gives more of a I think I can say that about baby ingesting in the pool chemicals that than she does as a mother about potential biohazard of hundreds of people. I'm sorry I scroll down in the comments sometimes. It's just harder to read the stories when it's, like that. Well, I don't know. Should I read them all? So since this one says update, so I won't read it because like I need to find the actual post. So if I ever find it, I'll go back to that update. So this will either be my last story or my first before last. Like depending how I feel after. Also, the quality might get worse or better depending where I'm going to be next when I do my next video. Wow, those upvotes are going up quick. Okay, surely the no kids rule doesn't include my kid. The story happened in the context of my wedding plan, so I wasn't sure if it belonged here. But a member of my family definitely qualified as an entitled parent at that time, so I figured I'd share this with you. After my partner and I got engaged, we found a great venue in a beautiful part of the city my partner and I grew up in, and set our hearts on it. We booked a date to have the wedding there a little over a year away. There was a fairly strict limit on how many guests we could invite, 78 max, since the diner hall at this venue was quite small, but this was fine with us. However, we began writing the guest list. It became clear quite quickly that we would need to put some rules in place to be comfortably inside the guest limit. A lot of our cousins have children, about 10 kids total across all of them. Basically, they mean combined they have 10. Which would you have inflated the guest list very quickly. So we I forgot where I was, which would have inflated the guest list very quickly, so we decided on a no kids rule. I should mention as well that in the country we live in, that where we live, I'll just say we live in, it is not at all usual to have kid-free weddings, but as I was about to find out, some people are not okay with this. I mentioned the no kid rule to several family members before sending out any official save of the date or invite, so they would be aware. Enter a member of my family, the entitled parent of this story. EP had a son